there, viewers. Santos here, back for another Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts episode, which hopefully I should have fixed the problems we were having, which, yes, I have done so. Hopefully. So, yeah, we're carrying on the Japanese campaign. We're in June of 1921, and for those of you viewers unaware, this is my fourth attempt at actually getting this stream to work. And during that, you would have missed me building a new ship. Like, you missed me building a new heavy cruiser that will make an appearance. It'll make an appearance somewhere. But right now, our best thing is to just focus on range finding gear. Yes. And try and get radar ASAP. That's like my next goal, is radar as soon as possible. Radar is a priority, although better 15-inch guns will also be a priority because my ships run on, well, some of the ships run on 15s, some of them run on 14s. No. Program respond, program respond. No, 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 no. At a press conference, oh, God. UAD, no! Take all off me. Right. I'm just going to very quickly go get my jumper from downstairs. It's really cold here, viewers, and I left my jumper downstairs. Oh, it's not. It turns out it feels like it's gotten cold now. Yeah. I'm not. I'm getting my jumper out. My coat was in my... I'm jealous. Anyway. Okay. I've returned and... so everything set up there. Now we're going to have to get rid of a couple of ships to fund our new potential navy stuff. You are being mothballed and you're going to be sold off. Both of you are being mothballed and are going to be sold off. Vijay and Rako, Vijay, Natoro and Rako are all going to make their way towards Port Arthur, where they can have better stuff done for their handling. Everyone possible is on in being, which that probably was already there, but just need to make sure. My last alliance I need to cancel is with the Chinese, so If I can push the government to break that alliance, then we should be fine. It seems that this tis the season for my drummer's friends to have their birthdays. I should say friends outside the band, at least to my knowledge. Then again, I haven't known my bandmates long enough to know when their birthdays are and stuff. Probably by this point next year I would. Probably with a threatening of firing over my head. We can't. No, we can't. Yes, 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 yes. Take them all from my ownership, please. Thank you. Okay, what is our relations with the world? Germany and Italy don't like us. Okay, if you won't listen to me on breaking our alliance with China, then you will listen to me on improving our relations with the German Reich. We have for long been enemies with the German Reich, but we can turn a new leaf. Wherever he goes, near or far, they are close. For the King of Sweden, they lay down their lives. That's a part of Royal Guard, which is the English version of Liver's Guard, I think. Italy has provoked us. Provoking is not the way to go. Right now, a bit of pacifism is a lot better of an option to consider than declaring yourself, declaring of war. You know, Kumano, you're heading to the scrapyards. No, just imagine historians looking back on this. Because of the Japanese admiral's ambition for new battleships, he had made sacrifices within the lighter forces of the Japanese Navy. So this is why when a war broke out in 1925, I'm just saying that as an example here, the Japanese Navy was ill-equipped with modern light vessels for such a war. Yeah, cancel our allegiances before it dooms us all. Well, if you don't cancel if the allegiance doesn't cancel next turn, then I can send a fleet to New Germany, Guinea, and work off that. You guys were supposed to go into Port Arthur. No. Okay, if you want to go into Port Arthur, I'll send you into Busan then. Indra voice. After hopelessly getting lost within the Yellow Sea for many months, the Fujai Riku, or however the hell you properly pronounce it, and Notaro finally appeared in Japanese waters again. But instead of being at Port Arthur like they were ordered to, they instead appeared in Busan. Just imagine that in Drakenfel's voice, and with probably more hilarious telling of that as well. Ukraine has oil. Good for them. Denmark want a destroyer. No. Egypt want a Deku. No, we can't give you Dekus. The government is not listening to my orders of give us an alliancing with you'll regret it. Trust me on that. You'll regret not unalliancing ourselves with the Chinese. Better 3-inch guns. Please don't tell me we're about to see a re-emergence of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. I hope not. If we are, we're screwed. Well, not screwed, actually, because after a nation dissolves and then comes back, the war doesn't actually carry on, so good news for us on that front. Denmark were wanting that class, a singular destroyer, all the time. Britain are invading Borneo. Okay. Well, if they take Borneo, they've got 2 ports of not really much capacity to supplement ports of not really much capacity. Hold on a second. How are relations with the America. They've just made a horrible decision here. We're going to go to war with the Americans. And I don't care what anyone thinks about it. We are going to go to war with the Americans. Because we want the Philippines. We want the Philippines. We offered billions of dollars for it. They refuse, saying that they're not like their Soviet counterparts. Hurtful. And so we are now going to forcibly take the Philippines, kind of like our real-life counterparts. I may have also potentially have set it now that we're on a downward trajectory to war with it, pretty much everyone else. threatens the Soviet Union. Yes, I ask you, I order you to terminate our agreement involvement of the Chinese Empire. Okay, so quickest to be completed would be Kaya once resumed. Okay, we don't have the actual availability of tonnage for that. And they're the least tonnaged of our battleships we still need to build. Fun. That's 7 turns. And we can increase our battleships even further, considering the fact that we have okay, our unrest has risen, so does that finally mean that our alliance with the Chinese has broken apart? I hope so. I hope so, because then that means that I can officially not have to worry about going to war with anyone unwantedly. Right. Now, if I improve relations with the Soviets, it should hopefully reduce unrest and increase my naval prestige slightly. Ah, and the Spanish and the Chinese have also had their alliances break apart. Crack apart. Open question to any viewer that is here. Just on the off chance it might be a possibility. You know, actually, no. No. What, is there a chance that some naval warfare fan of my channel would, ironically enough, know someone who is decent at singing in lower registers of pitch? Decently singing in that, I should say. Okay, finances. Dual turrets on destroyers. Also will correspond with the 3-inch to have me want to refit the Kuwas. Because they are 3-inch equipped. So if I can increase their armament, then bonus. But if I can't, then, well, there's always the sell-off to other nations or the taken over by the Department of Historical Ships Preservation, and then if your material condition is not good enough to be among the top 4, you're scrapped. Italy has attacked Croatia. Okay. Looks like there is now no chance of Austria-Hungary coming back via having Croatia. Well, less chance of that, I should say. Okay, ship design. Where are our Kuas? View. Because these guys need a bit of upgrades. Whoa, 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 whoa. The best way to carry on would be as the wise woman said, but bring the torpedoes up by 2 sizes. Bring the rangefinder up by a lot more. That up by a lot more. That up by a lot more. That up by a bit more. That up by a lot more. 4-inch guns. Nah, mate. It's the new 3-inch revolution for you guys. Oh yeah, we don't have quad torpedoes. Sorry, we cannot give you a quad torpedo mountain. Naturally aspirated boilers, and then could I fit that? We have to lose 41 tons somewhere. Electrical steering. Better shaft. Electrical batteries. TNT free. You know what? You're losing your mine laying equipment. Good job, guys. We have successfully made it that our destroyers are going to be out for 4 months. Now, anyone want a spot of war with the Americans? Because I can facilitate that if need be. Brother Monroe, Spanish campaign. Blame the army. Isn't that the Japanese thing to do? Blame the army for everything and then, Right, anyway. So as much as I'd like to say, yeah, we can do all the destroyers in one go. No, we can't do all the destroyers in one go. It's yeah, we can do up to then the destroyers in one go. I think, actually, I may have been wrong and we can do all the destroyers in one go. And that's a lot more added, though. We can do all the destroyers in one go! Congrats, everyone! Oh, God. Oh, God, my legs. I kept my legs in the same placement for one too many minutes, I think, or something like that, and from the depths in hell and silence. From the depths in hell and silence, cast a spell, explosive violence, Russian notes I fight perfected, flawless vision, self-perfected. What is it with the Americans and having school shootings? Yeah. Sumatra is oil. Somewhere is rebelling. In the Dutch place. That would be that guy there. Okay. May into June of 1922, so we're almost 100 years ago from now. Okay, okay. Torpedo protection 4. Oh god, I'm gonna have to rush complete the battleships. I'm gonna have to rush complete them somehow. We're getting modern battleships before even the first of the... like 10 turns, 11 turns. Daku, Dainsef, Venti the Bard and D-Look are under construction. 2 more turns on the armor cruisers and most of the destroyers. Those 2 coolers because you missed out your refit chance and you're heading to the scrappers. It's just an unfortunate fate you guys have. Don't ask me why. It just happened. 'Cause it just did. Okay. Building these ships is still going on. Interesting indeed. Sonar. Okay. The United States of America has been suddenly and deliberately provoked by the Empire of Japan. I say provoked is better than attacked. Right, there's armor cruiser out, the destroyers are done. Can I get one of the other battleships under construction? Okay. We don't need to keep our transport fleet updated anymore. We're already good on that front. Now, is there enough space for me to resume the Kaya? Yes, there is. Why the Kaya first? Well, she's the most complete of her sisters. She's the of the battleships, one with the least amount of time required to build her. Only by a turn, I'd admit, but still. It would mean then I can update her class while the others are still under construction. Still. Better 10-inch guns. Okay. We have about 360,000 tons of capacity now. And we're getting new heavy cruiser hull. And a new destroyer hull. Soon. From the depths and hell and silence, cast a spell of explosive violence. You know what? We're just gonna not focus on anything right now. Just so costs even further on that front. God. Is our country's GDP going down? It's honestly a curious thing to ask because our expenses are increasing. You know what? This calls for seeing as we're building 10 new battleships, and I'm a lover of even numbers, we are going to get rid of a battleship. Now, do we get rid of one of the new and untested Shuriyamas, or do we get rid of one of the found to be somewhat inefficient Rakus? Yep, you're being mothballed. And within the next turn, I expect that you will be sold to a different nation. And then once that selling is done, then we have more money to play with, slightly. And, yeah. I've just seen a ship that the Brits have just, well, the Americans have just laid down that I now know I could just send a very small ship against and succeed in very badly damaging it. As I've just seen they build and destroy coal. But about anti-flash, no. Okay. Denmark gets it. Well done, Denmark. You have brought yourself a battleship that is somewhat inefficient because of the wing turret. Well, no, not because... Yeah, actually, because the wing turrets mixed with triples that we don't actually have advancements for properly. Yeah, actually. Let's work on getting advanced triple turrets. Oh, betterment of triple turrets. Let's work towards the betterment of triple turrets for the safety of the Navy. Because we had started introducing ourselves up to triple turrets. Well, recently I've been trying to carry on, you know, the Road to St. Vincent campaign? Yeah, I've been trying to carry that on, but then some major problem, I don't think you've heard of it, called critical errors that crash the game have happened. No, we aren't selling any... Oh, God. No. Raku... The Hiryu going off was only just a one-off to cut costs. And more cost cutting. All destroyers are on limited control from now. Setsu. You're setting sail back to Asia. Back to Asia. As your time in the Heligoland Defence Force has been completed. Mogami, those 10 ships are going into limited service as well. And we are making money by January of this year. The German Reich has unlocked the convoy system. Good for them. But yeah, the Setsu is coming back to home waters. Well, closer to home waters, I should say. Semi-automatic gun reloading. That's important. Thank you. Because we're done with you right now. Dance in hell and silence. Cast a spell, explosive violence. What's something like that? Never mind. Advanced towers. Okay, Setsu has just passed through Gibraltar, so we can now piss off the British without having to worry about Setsu having to go through Africa. I bless the rains down in Africa. Sorry about that. So, yeah. I think we can bring one of the light cruisers back into active service. I'll bring Chikuma back into active service first. Chikuma being back is working well. Bring 4 of you back into service. We shall bring 1 more ship back into service for the purposes of using them in service. Obviously. protected, unexpected winds of glory. No, we can't give you a ship right now. We're still building too much. Although Deluxe would be off the slipways this turn, so we Deluxe off the slipways, we can bring another one of our battleships to the construction yards. Well, back onto the construction phase. We used some experimental system of building another ship on top of the keel plates of another ship. So then once those ships come off the slipways, then the keel blocks from the other ship can be continued for use. No, we cannot give you a Deku class. We are ourselves trying to fit our fleet into building. Okay, Sino. Your construction will continue on as planned. Deku, Daneseft, and Venti the Bard have also come out of the dockyards. That's 4 of the 10 new battleships, and it's gonna be the end of by 1930 we'll have our battleships. I promise you that, chat. I promise you, by 1930 we will have our battleships. And if we don't, I'll take up the first forfeit that anyone can think of. YouTube or otherwise. YouTube, Twitch or otherwise. Agree with the minister's opinion, and we need to reduce unrest somewhere. Reunion Island is now its own independent nation, and oh no, we need to lower unrest. We need to lower unrest. Okay. Kokomi and Tartaglia realistically aren't going to be able to be completed. Ito and Chokai can carry on their constructions. But yeah, Kokomi and Tartaglia, they're both uncompletable. The Chokai's Shuriyamas, the older battle cruisers, which there's only a couple left. The Yamato class light cruisers. Oh, yeah, the old Chokai design there needs to go. The old Kua design needs to go. Diluc, Deku, and Venti, the Bards, are our designs there for ships, and we got a new heavy cruiser hull and 10-inch guns. Just because we need an already commissioned upon design out there for heavy cruisers, we're going to have to just build 4 of those and then new design ourselves light cruisers and just a couple of light cruisers and destroyers. Hear the toll of the bell, over 6 months in hell, out of the trenches they came. As the war rages on, at the edge of the Ardennes, hell fighters earning their name. Right, so there's the experimental cruiser hull, which that one we don't really like using. Light Cruiser 4, and then the modern light cruiser. The Nakar, no. Nakar is, alright, I'm gonna need to get up to Taglia's name quickly, because of, the fact that due to the loss of the previous Tartaglia, the new light cruisers will take on the name Tartaglia. So, Genshin Impact characters, character list, long and complicated way of getting the name, I know, instead of just asking my sister, who's a massive Genshin Impact fan, of the spelling. Tartaglia, oil turboelectric driven, electrical batteries, electrical steering, balance rudder, shaft free, best armor available to us right now, best there, best there, best there. These will be our first ships equipped with turtleback. Ironic. Funnily enough, turtlebacks are mostly a battleship thing, and it's a cruiser that gets it first, of our nation. I'm adding of our nation to that because that tower more suits this hull. But then, again, if we're going off by how it would properly work with this hull and the main tower, I say we go with the Shizer looking for the stern capability firing. Now, we're getting Mark IV stuff already. Oh, let's carry on the questionable design, shall we? Yes, you have not gone crazy. I have not forgotten about the questionable design choices. Those who thought I forgot about questionable design choices, please do find your way to the execution chambers that should be somewhere. That's a triple superimposement there. Or we could... No. Or we could move that forward and instead put on everyone's favourite friend, torpedoes. And let's remove the wing turret. There. Actually, you are gonna have 6-inch guns, don't worry. Just, we're giving you twins. Congratulations, it's twins. It's all up a bell, over 6 miles an hour. Now, the trenches they came. These things are torpedo cruisers through and through. That's no doubt about that. Incendiary can't shells because, to be honest, I don't really think you. Whatever AP you're firing is going to really not do much. These will be our first ships with semi-automatic loading. Won't, and these will be the first with sonar, although I don't think they're the first with Constance 5. That went to the destroyers. 4, 2, 2. Speaking of 2. Anti-destroyer weaponry installed. If you have problems with said anti-destroyer weaponry, please direct them to I don't care, deal with it. At fuck you, I'm not following your design choices. Now, any more questions? Wait, no, as I always say, armour against your own guns on the main belt. Which then means, as my usual doctrine insists, hold on a second, 2, then 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, then 1, and then 1. Good to see that glitch works still. 2, 4, yep. I say there, and 34 knots. And to complement the Tartaglias, we are going to need a new class of destroyer because our destroyers are old and outdated. Dun dun dun! I wish I could say I was joking on that front, but no, I'm not joking. Kuas, despite their pretty recent modernisation, which should have in theory have prevented that statement. Yeah, it's not prevented that statement. From the depths of hell in silence, cast a spell, explosive violence. Russian nighttime fight perfected. Globalization stuff perfected. Even if it's only about Soviet Russia, I don't think right now I should really be singing songs involving Russian military actions. Even if it's all previous governments and stuff. Nowhere near, well, hopefully nowhere related to current events. Ballistic incendiaries, max HE is 5. Turbo electric drive at oil driven. Good shafts, there. 36 knots, please. Inch. 5.5. 0.2. 1. I think these things are ready to murder. Yep. Give them weight loss surgery and they're even more ready. Yep, we've got ships that are ready to murder other ships. Okay, so these guys are going to have 20 of them built before we do anything else. 10,000 tons. We don't have 10,000 tons. What we do have is the ship here that can go, yeah, I'm sorry, you're not being constructed. So the betterment of the fleet distribution. So the betterment of the fleet distribution, if you fun! Yeah, no, this isn't good. Okay, hope you enjoyed the stream, viewers. Sound server's going silent. Should be. Stop streaming. Stop it! Stop it!